Tomorrow, we know elective surgeries can legally resume here in the state of Arizona. Surgeons obviously eager to get back to treating their patients, but there are many steps to be taken on before, beginning with reopening your practice and identifying that all parties involved would be virus-free. So to provide some perspective and clarity on this, we've got Dr. Richard Brown joining us. He's a plastic and reconstructive surgeon and the author of the Real Beauty Bible. Good morning. Dr. Brown has been conducting virtual. It has, right? You have been conducting some virtual consultations during this time period of the shutdown. So first off, I want to hear how those go. It seems like an intimate process to go through on camera. And from there, what do you need to do next to get your patients into the operating room?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for me, it's been a really easy leap. I have a HIPAA compliant program that I use that's similar to Skype, and I do cyber consultations for out-of-town patients. So for me, we've been continuing to fill our schedule with consultations, and the patients submit their paperwork, which I have right here for consults today, and we do the consults virtually, and then there'll be a point when it's time to get back in the office where they can do that. To prepare for the office, there's a lot, Olivia. I mean, we really have to make sure that we're keeping our employees safe, that we're keeping the patients safe. So it's definitely a process, and we're working through all that now because, as you know, we all donated our PPE to the hospital. So I'm now trying to buy some for my office.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point because I'm thinking your private surgical centers have not been compromised by COVID-19 patients. We know that. They've not been utilized lately, but you have shared or offered up equipment. So you've got a lot of steps to take on before you're able to schedule your first surgery.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, the governor, I listened to him talk the other day, and I'm happy with what he did. I think it's appropriate. We have to change a lot of things in the office. I need to institute, families can't come in with whoever's having the consult. They need to stay outside. We have masks. We need to not allow people to be sitting in the waiting area. We have protocols and things that we're trying to get through, including testing our patients for elective surgery because everyone has to be tested before surgery now. So we're kind of getting all those protocols ready. My surgery schedule is actually kind of filled. I do breast cancer and cosmetic work, so I still have been doing reconstructive work throughout the COVID-19 crisis.
Dr. Brown, we've read some reports that many of us, while spending extra time at home and doing a lot of video conferencing, are looking at ourselves through a new lens, let's say. So I don't know if you've had any specific consultations as a result of too much Zoom, but what do you think people might be noticing and wanting to change post-pandemic?
Yeah, I saw that article. That's a great question. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you when I'm doing my consultations, I'm like, oh, is my Botox wearing off? So, I haven't specifically had people call in saying I can't stand looking at myself, but if I'm doing it to myself, I can only presume that people are staring at themselves all day. Like we don't pick ourselves apart enough going, could I do this? Do I need filler? Do I need Botox? Do I need a facelift? So it's definitely, I'm sure it's something that's happening for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a little the chin or a little noticing of the eye bags and all of that other stuff that the extra stress is maybe contributing to. As we wrap up, Dr. Brown, I want to know what timeline you think you're looking at for getting all of the safety equipment and all those protocols set in place to get back to your regular scheduled surgeries.
Yeah, so I'm going to start operating not next week, but just the week after that. I've got cases on. And during that next week, I think I'm accumulating enough PPE and protocols and getting the COVID test kits into my office so that we're going to be ready to rock. I'm going to be able to see people, but I'm going to continue to see people via Skype or by my way that I do it until Ducey says it's okay to really be face-to-face. Now I'm seeing people emergently if needed, but within the next week or so, I'm going to be up and running and I'm going to have everything I need to get going.
Everything is a lot more complicated than any of us ever expect, so it's great to hear
Yes.
that coming from the surgeon's perspective. Dr. Brown, thank you. Stay well.
My pleasure. Good to see you.